CBS Y&R Spoilers full. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful day to dive into the absolute madness that our favorite soap just threw at us. Grab your coffee, take a deep breath, and let's get right into the thick of the drama because we have so much to unpack today. I cannot believe they actually wrote that line. I'm sorry, but are we watching a daytime soap opera or a bad audition tape for a James Bond villain? Because when Matt Clark literally said the words giant fireball out loud on the phone, I almost spit my drink across the living room. Like, who says that? I'm going to wipe out every trace of the business with a giant fireball. Are you kidding me? You are sitting in a car in the desert, Matt. You are not Dr. Evil. You are not Thanos. Just hang up the damn phone and do your crime. Why do these villains always have to monologue their entire master plan to their ex-wives? Riza does not care. Riza is probably filing her nails while you rant. I've been watching this show since 2015, and honestly, this is the most cartoonish thing they've done since Ian Ward was running around. Remember when they tried this overly dramatic villain trope before? Yeah, didn't work then either. But here we are, watching Matt Clark act like he's about to conquer the tri-state area. And the sheer audacity to just sit there watching them on a video monitor. Like it's his own personal Tuesday night reality show. Do you know how many times someone has sat in a car watching a monitor in Genoa city history, only for it to blow up in their face? I know some people are loving this whole Vegas hostage storyline, but personally, I need Matt to get a grip. He is so obsessed with the theatrics of his revenge that he is actively giving everyone time to escape. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about what's actually happening inside that garage because the tonal shift gave me actual whiplash. Okay, back to the point. Inside that abandoned, dirty concrete gas station garage, things are not funny. At all. Nick Newman has collapsed. Like, full-on collapsed on the floor. And Adam is holding him. Adam Newman is holding his brother. Can we talk about this? Because my heart cannot take it. The pills Matt gave Nick were bad. Fentanyl. Adam knows it's fentanyl, and the sheer panic in Adam's eyes. I mean, this is the same Adam who has done some truly horrific, cold, strategic things in his life. But right now, he is just a little brother terrified that his big brother is going to die in his arms. It is raw, it is visceral, and it is entirely messed up. Because you have to look at the history here. Adam and Nick have been at each other's throats for decades. They have fought over women, over companies, over Victor's approval. Usually, Adam is the one doing the shady stuff, right? Adam is the black sheep. But right now, the roles are completely reversed. Nick, the golden boy, the moral compass of the Newman family, is the one lying on a dirty floor overdosing on bad drugs, and Adam is the one trying to save him. It is such a brilliant flip of their usual dynamic, but when the chips are down. When they are locked in a cage and one of them is dying, Adam's protective instincts kick in. He is holding Nick. And you can see the desperation. And let's not forget where they are. Vegas. This is Adam's turf. Remember when Adam was running around Vegas under the alias Spider? He knows this town. He knows the dark underbelly. He thought he could handle Matt Clark because Vegas is his domain, but he got outplayed. There's no cell service in that garage. The landline is dead. There is no ambulance coming to this abandoned desert wasteland. It's just the four of them. And Adam is realizing that all his cold, calculated moves to keep Nick alive might not be enough because Matt Clark changed the rules. This isn't just about addiction anymore. This is a straight-up murder attempt, and I am terrified for Nick. And then there's Sharon and Noah. My God, Sharon Newman cannot catch a break. Am I the only one who feels like the writers just love torturing Sharon? This woman has survived cancer. She has survived bipolar disorder crises. She has survived being gaslit, manipulated, and pushed to the absolute brink. But we really need to talk about her specific history with Matt Clark. This isn't just some random bad guy. Matt Clark has tormented Sharon in the past. He has caused her so much deep psychological pain, and now she has been untied only to crawl on a filthy garage floor toward the father of her children, who is currently overdosing on fentanyl, orchestrated by the very man who haunted her nightmares. The psychological torture of this is off the charts. She is watching the men she has loved, hated, and loved again slip away, and she is utterly helpless. I mean, give the woman a minute to breathe. She is strong, yes, but how much trauma can one character take before she just shatters completely? Watching her crawl toward Nick, knowing that Matt is outside watching them suffer, is sickening. It's so dark. It's so incredibly dark for Y&R. And honestly, I kinda love that they went there, even if I am screaming at my television. And Noah, poor Noah, is always the collateral damage in the Newman family drama. He is just crawling right there next to his mother. Imagine being a grown man, but in that moment, you are just a scared little boy watching your dad die on the floor of a gas station. The claustrophobia of this scene is brilliant. I hate it, but it's brilliant. They are trapped in this concrete box. The air is thick with panic, and the only thing they can do is watch Nick fade. Noah hasn't had a decent storyline in a minute, and now he's thrust into this absolute nightmare. I just want to reach through the screen and give him a hug. But then, just as I am wiping away tears over the Newman family trauma, who shows up in the desert? Sienna Bacall. Sienna freaking Bacall strutting into the desert like she's the lead in a 2003 romantic comedy or a Lifetime original movie. What on earth was that? She literally climbs into Matt's car. Just invites herself in, and the first thing she does is call Rizzo loudmouth a loudmouth. I haven't heard anyone use that insult since middle school. It was so jarring. We go from Nick dying of a fentanyl overdose to Sienna delivering sassy one-liners in the front seat of a villain's getaway car. And what is Sienna's grand plan? She tries to trade herself for Matt. She looks at this unhinged man who is currently holding four people hostage and says, "You're the only one who ever knew the real me. Girl, what?" Are we supposed to believe this deep, epic romance between Sienna and Matt? Because I am not buying it. Not for a single second. She is begging him. She is pleading. She is offering her body, her life, her soul, whatever, just to get him to stop. And for a second, a tiny, fleeting second, you think it might work. You think the writers are gonna give us this cheesy redemption moment where the power of love stops the bad guy? But no, Matt Clark nods. He looks at her. He agrees that she's saying all the right things. He validates her little Lifetime movie monologue. And then he reaches over, turns on the surveillance monitor so he can watch the Newmans suffer, and he pushes the button anyway. He still hits the detonator. I screamed. I literally screamed at my TV. Sienna's grand, romantic gesture was completely, utterly useless. It was eclipsed by a literal ticking time bomb. Thank you, writers. We hate it. But also, it was kinda hilarious in a twisted way. Like, Sienna tried so hard to have her main character moment, and Matt just swiped left on her entire existence. So now there's a bomb. There's a bomb. Nick is dying. Adam is panicking. Sharon and Noah are crying. And Matt is being a psychopath. Who is going to save them? Enter Chelsea Lawson. Chelsea has been pacing around Vegas in her crisp new outfits, doing what Chelsea does best, panicking. I swear, Chelsea has made a career out of pacing nervously in hotel rooms. She teamed up with Sienna earlier, and clearly, that alliance fell apart the second Sienna went rogue to play hero. But this time Chelsea actually does something useful. Because Chelsea Lawson did not come all the way to Las Vegas just to lose her baby daddy's brother in a fiery explosion. Chelsea picks up the phone and she calls Victor Newman. And you guys, this was the best scene of the entire episode. Hands down, this is why I have been watching for years. The dynamic between Chelsea and Victor is so incredibly specific. They don't like each other. They have a massive, complicated history. Victor has threatened to take her child away more times than I can count. But they respect each other's ruthless efficiency. The phone call was literally 4 sentences long. 4 sentences. Chelsea doesn't cry. She doesn't explain the backstory. She doesn't tell Victor about Sienna or the fentanyl or the giant fireball monologue. She just says, the Newmans are going to die. And Victor doesn't ask how. He doesn't ask why. He doesn't ask for a wellness check on his grandchildren. Victor Newman, in his gravelly, iconic voice, just says, "Send me the coordinates," and hangs up. I got chills. This is the Victor Newman I grew up watching. No nonsense, straight to the point, absolute power. This is the most efficient relationship on daytime television right now. The grandfather of her child and the ex-daughter-in-law, 1 phone call, 0 emotional filler. If this were Jack Abbott, he would have needed 3 scenes, a flashback to 1998, and a heartfelt conversation with Tracy before getting on a plane. He would have brought Diane along just to argue about it, but Victor just needs a zip code and he is sending the chopper. It is so badass. I don't care how many times Victor has manipulated his family. In moments like this, he is the absolute GOAT. So now we have to wait until Wednesday. Is Victor's helicopter gonna get there in time? I mean, obviously, they aren't going to kill off for Cor Newmans in a random Vegas gas station. We know they are going to survive. But how? The bomb is ticking. Matt pushed the button. Nick is literally unconscious from fentanyl. Are Adam and Noah gonna have to carry Nick out while the building explodes behind them like an action movie? Will Victor's chopper just swoop down and pull them out of the rubble? I am kinda here for it, honestly. I want to see Adam go full hero mode and carry his brother to safety. But what happens after? Because even if Victor's chopper arrives and swoops them up before the giant fireball consumes them, Nick still has a massive addiction problem. He still hit rock bottom in the most humiliating, dangerous way possible. He was Matt Clark's literal plaything. Nikki is gonna absolutely lose her mind when she finds out. She has her own history with addiction, so watching her son go through this is going to break her. And Victor is gonna destroy Matt Clark. If Matt thinks Sienna's little speech was intense, wait until Victor Newman gets his hands on him. I am dreading the emotional fallout for Sharon and Noah, but I am so ready for the Newman family revenge tour. It is gonna be epic.